All right. What up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of the Quality Time Podcast. As you know, it's your boy Quay hosting, and today I have somebody here with me that we've been trying to get this conversation locked in for a minute. Today we were finally able to make time, and I would like to introduce to you all Sune Johnson, aka Sune. Sune, my bad. I'm gonna get that right.
You
Um,
all right.
a lot of you may know her as Songbird. That's what I've always known her as. But with branding and things like that, she's going by Sune now, musically. Welcome to the episode. Welcome to the show. Thank you for joining me
Yeah.
tonight. How
Thank
are
you
you
for
today?
having me. I'm all right. I'm all right.
All right, cool. So my first question that I always ask anybody that's been on my show or that comes on my show is about you. So who is Sune Johnson? You would like the world to know you or remember you, what would you want? Who would you want them to remember you as?
I would really like people to just remember me for being real, being authentic, being myself. I've always been my own person anyway, but in life, peer pressure and just the pressure of life, period, you'll shift and become things you've been through or whatever, you know what I'm saying? But I feel like, well, first of all, I changed my name because of legal rights or whatever. But my mom had hit me up and was like, "Why don't you use Sune?" And I was like, "What is that?" It sounds cool, but I didn't know what it meant, and I just believe in your names, knowing the meaning of them. And so when I looked it up, it's basically like a woman basically being comfortable in her essence. Being cool with just being who you are, with no filter, with no, you know, apology basically. And so that's what Sune and Sue Nation. If you're a part of Sue Nation, like you have to have the same mindset. It's just being comfortable with who you are and flowing like Sune.
All right. What else? Anything else? Anything else you would like to want to be remembered, described?
Um, I think music has changed so much. Um, and the effect of it is still the same. You know what I'm saying? But I would really want to be known for somebody who, like I said, like just my music is real, everything is real. I want people to be able to relate. And a lot of people don't relate to one another because we won't be real about the stuff that we go through. You know what I'm saying? And who we are. So that's where the constant friction comes from. So just remember me like this. Remember me like this. Remember me the same way that I am. I don't care where I am. Like, remember me how you know me personally. And if you don't know me personally, then I don't think you should even say you know me. You know?
Gotcha.
Really.
All right. All right. So like you said, you think music has changed, and I would agree, music has changed, especially for those who don't know, you do R&B. I would say it's R&B. Maybe you describe it as something else. So how do you think, or what has happened to R&B from your perspective that has kind of changed in the music
It's
scene?
become too sexual versus sensual. Is the format of the songs R&B have changed. A friend of mine was discussing talking about how songs don't have bridges anymore. You know what I'm saying? The bridge was everything. Like, and when she said it, I'm like, dang, that's true. Everything is just, the beats are so, and it's not to knock anybody, but the beats are so hard in whatever song or music you listen to now that it's not even giving you the space to feel sensual or to even uh relax enough to sing. You get what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
everything has kind of got that rappy sound to it, no matter if you're doing R&B or what you're singing. I feel like love is something, that R&B is based on. Like you're that's what you bring R&B in when you're trying to show love or express yourself in any kind of way, but like I said,
Right.
everybody's feelings towards that emotion is so hard that it damn near doesn't exist. And that's just what's happening. I personally feel like I said, that's my zone, that's my lane. And so I right now don't feel like I need to be on the road because what's everybody that's driving out there right now, we ain't
Yeah.
you get what I'm saying? We're gonna clash. And then I don't want to be sitting over here feeling like what I'm doing ain't good enough when whole time it is, it's just not time, you
Right.
know.
And I definitely I definitely understand that. You feel like what I'm doing is good enough, but where does it belong at this time? Like where can
Sure.
you get like where can you get in? If well, where does it fit in now? Because I would agree.
Yeah.
Like
You disconnecting. I don't know what's happening.
can you hear me still?
I can hear you, but your face is you back. You're back now. Can you hear me?
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
I don't know what just happened, but whatever. I'll figure it out when I'm done. But
That's how the odd be.
yeah, I don't know. I don't know
Yeah.
what just happened, but I think it's hard to even just like you knew back in the day, like when you listen to music, you was gonna hear some R&B, like some real R&B, some songs that's gonna make you feel away or make you think about somebody. Now it's really like you said, it's very like sexual and like rap, like it's blended real close to rap. But I think I heard I was listening to another podcast and it was Tank was up there and
Mm-hmm.
he was talking about the same thing that you said. That's like it's like where does someone who feels like you feel like he feels, where do y'all actually fit in now in music? And he was like, honestly, the rappers have kind of merged into the lane of making music with so much melody and
Yeah.
singing
Yeah.
that
It's like
it kind
hey.
of blurred the line.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And now it's like I said, like even when I go to try to write, because one, I'm a freestyler, like so it's really hard for me to sit down and come up with a thought. And then another thing, this some real life stuff. You don't have me personally. It's very difficult for me to write somebody else's fantasy. Like, you know what I'm saying? If I can't write a song about a man loving on me and I can't wait till he gets home and da 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 da. And baby, you don't even feel that. You're not even dealing with that. That's not even happening. You was just fussing
Yeah,
at this nigga for not answering the phone. You know what I'm saying? But I don't
yeah,
want to write that kind of music. You get what I'm saying? Because I
yeah,
feel like there's enough of that. There's enough of man and woman being against each other, not answering the phone, fussing. I'm sick of you. You know what I'm saying? We already
yeah,
got that. You get what I'm saying? So, and I can relate to that. So I listen when I want to, but that's not what I have for the world. You get what I'm
right.
saying?
No,
So
I
I
definitely
choose to
agree.
go through what I go through, and when I'm ready to put it in song, for sure, it's gonna be in there. But it's gonna be in there in the place in the time that it should be, not just because that's what's in right now. I've never been that kind of person. I'm not gonna be that kind of artist. I will be quiet until it's my turn to talk or sing. You know what I'm saying?
I got you. So with that being said, do you just not even like do music at all, or do you still like make it, or and you just don't put it out?
I ain't made nothing. I ain't made nothing. And honestly, like I'm always in here playing beats and trying to come up with where I want to be. But Sune and Songbird are two different people. Honestly, Songbird was who people call me. You know what I'm saying? I came up with the name, and honestly, the name came from my mother. My mom used to sing, but kind of like after my sister passed away, I realized whether she did or not that she kind of just fell back from music in a sense, and I get it.
Yeah,
And I always liked the Songbird. I like how that sounds, so I just felt like I'll carry out what my mom couldn't or didn't, you know what I'm saying? And when it's time for me, we'll fly together. But like I said, once the legal situation come apart and I realized, okay, my mom asked me a question like, who are you? You know what I'm saying? And I had to
yeah,
self, evaluate like, dang, who am I? What do I really believe in? What do I genuinely stand on? Like the things for Shanae. You get what I'm saying?
yeah.
Because you can't even have an alter ego if you don't know the foundation of who you are, because then you're bipolar. You know what I'm
That's true.
saying? Then you flipping sides. Then you don't know who you are. So I have to be able to know who Shanae is in order to really be able to show y'all who Sune is and why Sune is who she is. You get what I'm
Right.
saying? But I I just know that writing and putting my music out and all that stuff, my song Save Me was written freestyle. It was from my heart. You know what I'm saying? I wrote it down, but it was like fast. I wrote that whole song in one, I want to say 30 to 45 minutes. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And when I was done that song, when I put it out, it was like, dang, I didn't even expect people to react like that, but it was so real and so raw, and it was something that I was holding in and I needed to let go. You know what I'm saying? So once I put
Yeah.
it out there and I seen that other people relate, until I feel that energy again for another song like that, I don't have anything to say. Because honestly, sometimes you have to know your space, and not just because you feel like, oh, this is what's going on in my life right now. You know what I'm saying? Like literally seeing what's happening and knowing and being secure in that place. So as
Yeah.
much as people are like, you need to be doing this and you need to be singing that and you need to be, it's like, you're not on my journey, so you can't tell me what I'm supposed to be doing.
That's
And
a
just because,
fact.
honestly, this is something else too, Quay. Like, just because you know that I can sing does not mean that that's what I'm supposed to make me who I'm supposed to be, because I have no desire, and this is the God's honest truth, to be famous. I
Yeah.
have no desire to be like, it's not a press for me. I don't care about it, because I feel like we didn't know nothing about nobody being famous. Like that stuff didn't exist back. You know what I'm saying? It
Yeah.
wasn't that deep. It wasn't that deep. And I just don't, I ain't one of them to act funny or have to be a certain kind of way, because I don't like that. That's control. So
Yeah.
I want to sing when I want to sing. If you was there and you heard me sing, if we took up money for it or whatever the case may be, you know what I'm saying? That's cool. But I just believe that my gift will make room for me. So money's gonna come regardless. You know what I'm saying? Like, but it ain't time for that. So
Yeah, and you hit a good point that I think a lot of people don't think about, because it's not them. Like you said, like somebody might hear you sing or know that you can sing, and they think like that you just sing 24/7, or you should be singing 24/7. But a lot of people don't understand. Like when you know something that you do that like other people might not be able to do, knowing that you can do that can take a toll on you, where you gotta feel like, man, I need to take a break. I need to take a step back. I need to not do this for a while, because you're not gonna never forget how to sing or not love singing, but you might not love all the shit that come with the music
sure.
business or the music side of it. Even to the point where wanting to do it a certain way that you might want to do it, and have a vision for it, somebody may be or things may be in the way of blocking that. So it's like, all right, let me take a step back, let me let things line up the way they're supposed to line up, and then let me approach it the way I want to do it, because it can be overwhelming for people that want to do stuff, and it just feels like it's something in the way, and it may not be a person. It may just be like right now, it's just the energy of music is really like what's really in the way.
And it's not inviting. It's not
Nah.
inviting, honestly. It's really not. It's not nothing about it. And I'm gonna say this, and I don't, like I said, I just believe in be real first. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't assume that you know how anybody is coming. You know what I'm saying? And that's the thing, like with music, you gotta know. Like, I don't care if we do a collaboration together. I don't care about none of that. Like, everybody's not with the same energy that you have. You get what I'm saying? When it comes down to music, period. Some people want to be famous. So I'm very careful in who I collab with, because if your goal is to be famous, I don't know what levels you might take if we do a song together and I'm like, nah, I don't think that's a good idea. And you like, yeah, we need to do that, da da da. And then now we fussing about rights to the song. And you know what I'm saying? I ain't got time. I ain't got time for it. I ain't got time for it. You know what I'm saying?
I
Take your
100%
song,
agree
sing
with
your song. I'm gonna play your song, but we ain't gonna do no song together. You know what I'm
you.
saying?
Nah,
So
I
if you see me
100%
on a
agree.
collab, just know that me and that person have an understanding. You know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't tripping, they ain't tripping. If we blow, and that's just what it's gonna be.
Yeah, I agree. I agree. So we're gonna stay in this area for a little while. So talking about the music, talking about the type of music that's being made now. How do you and I know it's something that we hit on. How do you think music is affecting like the male and or the man and woman dynamic in real life, and also social media wise? I think it's two different things. How do you think the music plays a part in that, as far as how men view women and how women view men?
Let me take this in. Let me take that in, Quay. That was a lot, but I know the question, but let me just because I don't want to just be talking. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Uh, First of all, like music is very influential. Like, period. That's what it was created for. That's the vibe. You know what I'm saying? I think it ain't really start with music, but music is like the usher into the bullshit. You know,
yeah,
because if in real life, like my mama, daddy gone, they split up, they ain't together. I never seen them in a household together. You know what I'm saying? I don't have a relationship with my mama. I don't have a relationship with my daddy. You know what I'm saying? All that stuff right there is the root. That's the bottom part. You feel
right.
what I'm saying? Because it's a seed. It's a seed, and a seed that doesn't have proper nurturing, it's never going to grow to its full potential. It's never going to be able to understand the purpose and point of its one being. You get what I'm
Right.
saying?
Yeah.
So, in anything, whether it be a relationship, friendship, if you don't have, if you have an issue within yourself and something else calls out that very same thing that you're feeling, you're going to relate to it. You know what I'm saying? And
100%.
you're going to use that to express yourself. You know how you might get into it with somebody, your boyfriend, girlfriend, and you know what I'm saying? Instead of them talking to you, they want to play a song. You know what I'm saying? That's
Yeah.
saying everything that you already done heard them say in 3 days ago. You get what I'm
Yep.
saying? But people don't know how to express it, so they'll use music. The worst part about that is the people that's making the music, they hurting too.
Yeah.
They hurting too. So that's all they got to offer. That's all they have to give is that. And until a person really self-evaluates and deals with their self, and really, I honestly feel like until you stop doing this and putting off, oh, well, this happened to me when I was little and that happened, and look, and it's so. It's so. It is. It might have did happen and it probably destroyed you, triggered trauma, all that. But there comes a time in life where you have to say, this is it. I'm not tolerating that. So we ain't even finna keep singing about that. We ain't even finna
Yeah.
keep writing about that. From now on, I know how to carry this. You get what I'm saying? And so this the direction we going. No, boo, I don't want your money. I don't want nothing. I don't nothing. This is where I'm at. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? But that's not happening. People are easily influenced. The smallest things make people feel secure about themselves when it's like, baby, no.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You ain't really a woman. You can't even tell this man how you feel. You're not even really a man because you can't even express to this woman how you're feeling on the inside about her. You got to use
Right.
music. You know what I'm saying? And then music, like I said, it's just not in this. It's not in the right space. It's putting off all kind of bad vibes and bad energies out here. And
A
at
lot of
the
them.
end of the day, if you either believe in it, because I'm gonna tell you something. That conversation right there is one that I really try not to have because people are so you feel me when it comes to like small things that matter.
Yeah.
Like if a song can come on and change your mood, you can be ill and your favorite song come on and you turned up, you know that it has a major effect on you. That's your emotion. That's who you are. That's the place you were in, and it was able to take you out of it and put you in
Yep.
another space. That's powerful. And
Very,
that's
very.
because, like I said, but people don't know their makeup, the makeup of the human being. You know what I'm saying? Like how our bodies work, vibrations and energy. They don't. People don't know it. They don't
Yeah.
know it, so it doesn't
Or
make
they
sense
just or they just refuse to believe it or accept
to
stuff
live in
when
it.
they
Yeah.
only accept stuff when they want to accept it. That's a fact.
Yep. So
I,
yeah, that's how I feel about that, and I just feel like I be praying for it to just silence, for it to naturally happen because something else has to take place because music definitely is a major on our kids, on everything. Because what comes out of your mouth once you're speaking, especially if you playing that song over and over again, you listen to that over and over again. That's
yeah.
what's in your head over and over and over again. You know what I'm saying? You don't learn the words. And I'm gonna tell you, like, it's so real. And I am not saying this in judgment. And I'm about like Kevin Gates. I'm sorry, not sorry, because like it is what it is, and some stuff just needs to be said. Like I remember a time like the rap songs that was for men. Like women knew songs like Biggie Smalls and Tupac and you know what I'm saying, like the big people. But to know every single word, you get what I'm saying? To really feel like that, to hear a song, you know, not to say that rap is made for men, but you know, it's a masculine energy behind it. You get what I'm saying? So for that to be women's comfort space when it comes to music, like I can play music sometimes and they'll be like, man, I don't want to hear that mushy. And it's like, whoa. And not in judgment, but that's where we at. That's where we at. You know what I'm saying? The women chasing the bag just as hard as the men. You know what I'm saying? They doing whatever. They gonna get the bag.
That's a fact.
You get what I'm saying? So it's they can relate to that versus what's really going on. And the men are now emotional. So their songs are more, you know, it's rough, but they saying how they feel. They really expressing how they feel. Women are running from it. They running from it. I don't want your money. I don't need your money. I don't, you know what I'm saying? I don't need your love. I don't want your love. You know, that's what's going on right now. So
I agree. And I mean, I get it. It's art, entertainment, whatever people call it, whatever. But I think it's always a slither of truth in everything that people do. So I think it's, I don't know. I try to not even have those discussions with
that's
too
what I'm
many people
saying.
because it turned into finger pointing. Well, if men did it, we can do it. All right, cool. It is what it is. But I don't know. I just think it should be a fine balance of understanding that this is.
I want to say something on that right there. Though,
it
like
plays a part.
I want to say something on that part about women not doing what men do. For a long time, this is just me being raw. You know what I'm saying? Like for a long time, I was in that masculine space. You know what I'm saying? And it happened by default, like not even trying to be. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But the type of men that I dealt with, the type of things that I allowed, the emotions that I allowed to rest and barricade inside of me, you know, because I'm a woman at the end of the day. And so when you are able to rest in your feminine energy, you will do that. You get what I'm saying? When a woman gets that security, she's going to be feminine. She's going to submit quite naturally. It's when you mess that up, when you get a woman to submit and then you flip it, you're done. You know what I'm saying? You're done. And that's what happened to me. And it made me very to any man. Like I didn't care about none of that, you know, and I became, and this is the part of who you are intimate with, just being careful, because I started to realize that I'm acting like these men.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? And don't want to realize it, they don't want to face it, but baby, you done became the man that hurt you. You done became the very thing that you thought. And so you trying to use a man to get over certain stuff. So you gonna go to the next one. You gonna go to the next one. Whole time you ain't doing nothing but adding on to your body count. You're adding on to what's going on the inside already. So now you done added another somebody else's spirits on top of your stuff. You get what I'm saying? Yeah. And now you're broken. And now you have a broken woman. You know what I'm saying? So I believe it is very important for a woman, because I believe every woman goes through her little stage. You understand? They can front about it. They can stun about it. They can act like, I ain't never been inside of me. You feel me? But baby, if you ain't there, you going to be there. And you were going to be there before time or after. You can get married and go through it. You can wait till you get married. You could do it as a teenager, whatever, because every woman's going to seek to find at some point. You know what I'm saying?
And but I think that go for dudes as well, though. Men go, like, as much as men and women want to act like it's such a difference between men and women, it's not really a big difference between men and women. No. Internally and the way we made up. Physically, yes, but men and women, we come from the same places, so our makeup is the same. Men and women go through the same type of things. Do different things show themselves more in men, and do different things show themselves more in women? Of course, that's where the differences are. But when it comes down to it, it's not that big of a difference. Like men go through the same stages of stuff as women go through. Like it's just the way it is. That's just the way it got to be.
And so because of that, that's why I believe it's not that we can't do what y'all do. We can't do it how y'all do it. You
Right.
understand what I'm saying? You have to know how to do it. And because this space that I'm in my life right now, I'm having my way. You understand what I'm saying? I'm going to do what I want to do, when I want to do it, how I want to do it, but I'm going to consider Shanae. If I know that this decision is going to put me in a worse situation than before, no, I'm not doing it. You
Yeah.
understand what I'm saying? If I feel like, oh, I can handle whatever smoke come behind it, I'm doing it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And that's just that. And I just feel like that's grown up. That's just grown up stuff. That's not trying to be nothing on either side, man or woman. That's just me being in control and knowing who I am as a person. You know what I'm saying? What I'm willing and can and
100%.
can't do. Yeah.
100%. I tell people that all the time when I do have conversations with people. A lot of people like they might not get what I mean when I say it, but I tell people at the end of the day, the only person that we are or that we have to worry about and make happy regardless of circumstances is ourselves. Like people don't like other people don't owe you anything. They don't owe you a response. They don't owe you a apology. They don't owe you anything. They if now is it nice for somebody to come forth or say what they really want to say or do what they want to do? Yes, but if
Yeah,
nobody
it's beautiful.
if they don't give you that, they don't have like you can be mad at somebody for the rest of your life because they ghosted you. They never talk to you again. They
Mm-hmm.
not gonna care. They not gonna care.
They
They
don't
moved on with
care.
their
They're
life.
gone. They're gone. They've
But
moved
people,
on.
but
And
but
I'm
people
telling you,
have
like
that.
that.
We got that thought that somebody owe us they should have just told me the truth. They don't owe you the truth. It's nice if they do, but they don't owe you that. They only job in life is to make sure that they do whatever you do to make yourself happy. That's the life. That's what life is about.
Mm-hmm.
It's just that we've been taught, all right, I don't want to hurt nobody's feelings, so let me tell this person the truth, or let me not do this person wrong. But it's two sides of every coin. Some people might feel that way. Some people might not. They might not care how you feel after they done doing whatever they want to do. And it sucks, but you got to get over that shit some way or the other because
Because it's
they
life.
gonna get
Because
over
it's
it.
life. Blows get thrown, tables get turned. You know, like it happens. Stuff
Yeah.
happens. And I'm gonna tell you my biggest eye opener. You know what I'm saying? Like when I went through a situation, you know what I'm saying? And it was like, yo, who are these people? You know what I'm saying? Like, what is going on? I had to really evaluate myself. If I really genuinely believe in what go around, come around, you know, you're gonna reap what you sow, you're gonna blah 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 blah. When you dig within yourself, stop trying to be pity, party, queen, king, and like check yourself. Have you ever done anything like that? Have you ever thought that? Have you ever tried it? Have you ever, you know what I'm saying? And it'll help you fall back. It'll help you be like, you know what? The hell with y'all. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It is what it is. What would I have done in that situation? Don't know, but I don't know. It can't, my life can't stop. You get what I'm
Exactly.
saying? Because somebody in
Yeah.
the world, real life, stop. Like they not breathing no more. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
But I'm still breathing. So me personally, just the way I'm set up, I'm gonna just do something to make you wish that you never did that. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna make you wish that you would have reevaluated and thought about, you know what I'm saying, things a little bit differently. And it's gonna
Yeah.
happen quite naturally, not no spite, not no malice. I'm gonna just take whatever I was supposed to get from that situation and grow and make sure I grow for you to see it so big. I wanna be big. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Now
For
that's
real.
real, and also people gotta accept the fact that sometimes stuff just not supposed to happen. Like some stuff is just whatever it is and whatever it was. That's all it's supposed to be. Some stuff just not supposed to become magic and you know rainbows. It's just not supposed to be that. It's supposed to be a lesson or a reason why that you and that person had, that connection or whatever, and you take whatever you get away from it. I think people have a thought that the next person is always going to be the last person, and that to me that's a crazy thought because
Mm-hmm.
you don't know, like you only know the small area of the world you live in, but it's billions of people out here. Like
Yeah.
so the chances that the next person is that person is slim to none because it's too many people in the world for you to think you so special that you walk outside and that person is right there for you. That ain't how it works. Like people have to make stuff. Most of the time, relationships are work. They work because they are. You have to make them work, not because they're just supposed to work. And I think people forget that. But speaking of relationships, I know we slid into that from the music thing. How do you in this area in this time, like you said, right now, you focused on you, but how do you view the dating scene overall as a woman, a mother, for those who don't know, um, uh, someone who's you have a lot of things that you have your hands in that you do, so you're busy. But how do you feel like it's worth it now, the dating scene? Do you feel like it's watered down? Do you feel like it's pointless, or how do you look at it?
I mean, I have to drink all this water
Hey, I'm just saying, I'm here. I'm just asking the questions.
for this convo right here, cause whoo, I don't think I'm about that life out there. Mm-mm. I don't. I think what I require, what I desire, what I feel, what I want for real. You know what I'm saying? I feel like I haven't really given myself that. You know what I'm saying? I haven't given myself time. I haven't shown myself the love that I really want. I haven't been able to be the best that I could really be to my kids because a lot of weight is put on me. And so I'm pulled and stretched in so many different ways that the things that a mom should be able to really do for her children, you know what I'm saying? I'm not able to do it all the time. You know what I'm saying? And that's literally facts. Like the things that I be thinking like that I could do with my when I had one child, you know what I'm saying? Like now I have 5 children. And so I'm stretched out to be intimate with each child. You get what I'm saying? And still be head of household, still be a hairstylist, still try to work on my career, still try to have another source of income. In my mind, like I want to do a lot. You know what I'm saying? Because
Right.
I can do a lot. And I for a long time, um, well, one, I have never been in a space, and it's just me being honest, for a man to take care of me. I've never been in a space to have a man live with me or together we have a place in which I'm only 32 years old. And so, a lot of things I probably shouldn't even have encountered so soon anyway. You get what I'm saying? But since I made decision on my own to be out here and be an adult in my now adulting space, I take what it is for what it is. Like it gets hard. I be ready to cry. I be crying and cutting up, screaming, hollering, ready to break down, all that. But I know that accountability is everything. And you put this table here. You know, you had children. More than one time. You kept going. You knowing already seeing the space that you want, the thing that you want, and you're continuing to settle. You understand what I'm saying? So now here you are with what you have, and I'm just learning now just how to figure it out. And I don't want no man who is not seeing where I am mentally, emotionally, physically, spiritually coming in here, like just in here. You
Yeah.
know, I don't want it. I don't want it. Intimacy's cool, fun, laugh, but when it all comes down to it, like in order to build, you have to have proper equipment. You're not
That's a
building
fact.
anything without proper equipment. And right now, I know and I see what's going on. Almost every man that I have dealt with or even encountered just as a friend, like whatever, they're so either they're built too high to within themselves, they don't put themselves a little too high, based off of material things or the clout or whatever. And
Yeah.
it's like when I'm looking at you, because when I'm dealing with your soul. You understand what I'm saying? I want to know what's going on in the inside. And a lot of men can't handle me because, honey, I need to ask you something. Okay? You know what I'm saying? We finna
Yeah.
have a conversation. We finna have a
Yeah.
conversation. And that's what will let me know whether or not I'm even going to go through 1, 2 steps. You get what I'm saying? Period. Because a lot of people can't even have conversation.
A lot of people. For those of y'all out there, a lot of y'all cannot have a conversation. People don't know how to have a conversation. They can't. For real. Because it's not
My boy
because
shouted them out. Like a lot of y'all can't talk. Like you can't
for
talk.
real. Because most of the time it's either gonna turn into an argument or somebody's gonna feel like they're being attacked. It's not gonna be a real conversation. And I think that's kind of a hard part of dealing with people, period. Not even in like dating, but especially dating, like trying to have a real conversation and talk to somebody about, like you said, what's going on the inside. Because I don't. Are you good? Are you in a good space? Are you safe? Like that's cool. Like, but are you a good person? What are your thoughts? I don't think people aren't used to being asked those questions, so they don't even know how to discuss it.
Mm-mm.
They think you trying to get some dirt on them or figure something out when you actually just trying to have a real conversation.
Yeah. Regular. Just regular. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
we ain't gotta pretend. Like we don't have to act like we nothing. Like we can just act like we just sitting here and I can be a shrink, honey. Talk to me. Talk to me because I need somebody to talk to. And who better to talk to than somebody that I'm being intimate with? Duh. You get what I'm saying? Like, and I mean intimate as in we talking on the phone, we coming, you coming, we going, we whatever. You know what I'm saying? We need to be able to talk. And that's the thing. Now it's not about that. You do everything else but talk. Do everything else.
And I also speak on behalf of people that were of someone who was once one of those people who wouldn't talk or wouldn't tell somebody that I was dealing with how I felt. It was because it was normal though. It was like it didn't feel comfortable. Like it wasn't like, all right, let me just come tell Shorty what's going on or what I've been thinking about or what I'm going through. It was because that's not honestly that ain't what you taught as a young man. You just taught to figure it out, suck it up, and keep going. But once you get to the point where it's like, all right, this shit ain't working. I need to figure some shit out. I need to fix it. All right. Like me, I went and actually, talked, got therapy, have done it a couple times and was able to, get information back about, how I am or how I view things. And it has helped a lot. Like now I can have a conversation. I can sit back and talk and express how I feel and not be uncomfortable or not feel like I'm being judged or being, the fingers being pointed at me. I can actually just sit down and talk. So it takes time. I think it takes time a lot of times for some people to get to that point to be able to say, I trust you enough to tell you what's really going on. Because honestly, as a dude, speaking as a man who was once a young boy, you, teenage years to late 20s, early 30s, some people even later, different times. All you thinking about is everything else besides that real thing that's gonna keep that bond. You don't even know if you're gonna be in that bond. You just like, man, I'm trying to bag something. And that's what the thought process is. And then you find yourself in a relationship and you don't know how sometimes. And now it's like, am I really supposed to be doing this? Am I really supposed to be here? But when you know, you know. So I think it's just the learning curve. But a lot of people don't get the chance to go through, or they don't get a chance to express that they are in that learning curve. They just try to figure it out on the fly, and they end up messing stuff up or setting people back or hurting somebody's feelings.
I think you can't do nothing for nobody till you start dealing with yourself.
That's a
And I
fact.
just realized that I'm gonna tell you, I caught COVID after all this 3 years. I caught it, and it was such a different experience because one, I always got my children, so was in a space where we had to separate, and I was literally here in this house by myself. Like to drove me crazy. Okay. Like that drove me crazy. Like I'm like, yo, what? And then when the night fell, because I don't sleep with a TV on. So when I cut everything off, it was really like,
I don't know how you do that. I wish I could sleep without a TV on.
because I learned something, Quay. I learned that melatonin is not produced for you to get proper rest with lighting, like things on and stuff. Melatonin is produced in the dark. So that's why a lot of people are sleep deprived, because we're sleeping with TVs on. We're, what I'm saying?
Yeah, I sleep with the TV on. I've been sleeping with the TV on my whole life.
Yeah, and wake up and you ain't really been asleep the whole time. You know what I'm saying? You ain't really rested. And I lack rest really bad. So when at nightfall, I have just started this. This is not something I've been doing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I cut TVs off. When I close my phone, when I put my phone down, I don't care who's calling me, who's texting me, nothing. It's just putting me first. I'm just learning to put me first. And when you put you first, you ain't fighting for your spot, because you already done the win. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I already said what I said. I'm already comfortable with who I am. I ain't got to go back and forth with you in no conversation. You can go ahead and say what you got to say, because I hope you're ready when I'm ready to talk. You get what I'm saying? And if you're not ready when won't have a conversation, it'll be over.
Nah,
because I done did that. I done yelled and hollered, and I was that person. Everybody felt like, oh, I can't say nothing to her. You know what I'm saying? So now I love to rest in a place where I could be quiet and shock them and have them thinking that I'm finna turn up, and the whole time I'm like, well, you're fine. You know what I'm saying? Thank you. Girl, bye. Boy, bye. You know what I'm saying? And it's a comfortable space. It's so comforting. It's so comforting. I didn't know it. I love it here. I love it here.
So being someone who makes R&B music, um, someone who like we said, you don't know right now about the dating space because of how things are and all that. Like, do you still believe in like falling in love and having that bond with somebody, or is it just like what's the outlook now? Because I think I've always thought like people that can sing, like that's a gift. Like it's a lot of stuff that you can teach yourself how to do in the world. Like if I want to learn how to shoot a basketball, I can go shoot a basketball. If I want to learn how to throw a football, I can throw a football. But you can't just go learn how to sing. Like if you don't know how to sing, like you probably just hang it up. Even if you might can stay in tune or carry a note, but just being able to sing, like you know how to sing, and anybody that know that you can sing. That's something that you just have a God-given ability and you're born with. So I think people that have that God-given ability of like singing and being able to like reach that place, and especially for like R&B artists, I think that love is what drives that type of stuff. So I don't think R&B artists is like, nah, I don't care about love no more, because I think that's just a part of y'all that helps y'all look at music a certain way.
Yeah, and so that's what's happened. And for me, like my first, like I used to use my voice like, when it came down to a man and that energy, and most men already know I can sing, you know what I'm saying? And it's only been a few that's like, oh, I ain't know you can sing, but they ain't find out for me, they find out for somebody else, because I don't even be singing. I don't be trying to sing to them or none of that. You know what I'm saying? Like I sing, you can't come to one of my events.
I sing. If I could sing, I sing. I would have been singing.
Everybody say that, but you don't. You don't. And I really just started singing. But like I said, there were things that traumas that happened that made me, shy away from singing. I'm just now getting back in the space where I want to sing. You know what I'm saying? And so that's why I will be heard soon. You know what I'm saying? But I think it's a beautiful thing. I am not able to be in that space to sing a love song with everybody. You know what I'm saying? Just because we're dating or we're clicking right now or whatever, it doesn't mean that I feel like you even deserve me to sing you a song. You know what I'm
Yeah, I feel
saying?
yeah,
Like, I'm not gonna be out here all emotional and wrapping myself up more and more, and I'm writing these songs and I'm meaning them, and you know what I'm saying, all of that, and whole time I'm not even sure or secure in what's going on. You know what I'm saying? But
yeah,
trust and believe. When I got a reason to write about a love song, love about it, I'm gonna talk about it because I think it's a beautiful thing, and the encounters that I've had and the relationships that I have been in. Um, it's beautiful, like when you really experience love, but it's a feeling in something that I have experienced. I have experienced someone genuinely loving me. Now, I don't believe that every bit of love that I've been shown has been proper, but it
gotcha.
doesn't mean that it wasn't love. You know what I'm saying? Because I've been in unfortunate situations, I've been in entanglements. Love is love, relationships, you know what I'm saying? All of that. So, dynamics definitely take a matter in situations. But I really feel like when the energy shifts around here, a lot of things are gonna change, But people, the energy right here it's not conducive for love. You know what I'm saying? It's not welcoming. Love has to be welcomed. It's not forced. It's not, it happens. It just is there. It's omnipresent. You can't change it. You can't shift it. You can't move it. You can't do nothing with love. And love is not gonna exist in evil force. Like, it's not happening. So right now it's like hate is winning. Hate is
I see
winning.
that. I see what you mean by that.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
So I ain't
what do you go ahead?
no. You good. You good. I just don't
So
want to be in.
what do you think is it going to take to change that force right now to where it shifts back or shifts to that welcoming and that love?
Chaos.
Chaos.
Yeah.
So basically the space that it's in now is gonna have to come. It's gonna have to explode. Basically, kind of.
Have to explode. It's gonna have to get to the point of real survival. You not going in survival mode over nothing. It takes love. It takes desire. It takes courage. It takes indomitability. Like, it takes for you to be like, I will not go down. I'm not losing this. I'm not. You won't take. You get what I'm saying? And that's the space that we're gonna have to be in because we're so far gone.
Yeah,
We're so far gone. Like, people are so far gone. Like, they're not even comfortable with their selves. You know what I'm saying? We gonna have to be stripped down,
I agree. I
down.
agree.
And I say this with a little bit of fear. You get what I'm saying? Just being real, because you don't know what the stripping is going to be. You don't know how the universe is going to shift things for things to go back to nature, because nature will always take its course. And I think that's what people are so far gone from: the reality, the real life stuff, the things that you can't change that are here, that were here before you. You understand what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah,
you're not gonna just come through here and shift nothing. That's why I believe what's going on in Florida. That's why I believe it's gonna get worse than that. Like, we just you think that it's a game. Mother Nature is sick and tired. Sick
I
and
agree.
tired.
I agree. I think it's just right now everybody just is tunnel vision or has been taught the tunnel vision on just go do what you want to do and deal with it later, worry about it later, instead of understanding that everything comes and goes. Like it's always gonna be that way. It doesn't just stop right now with us, and it's gonna be what it is now. It's gonna start over again. I think everything's gonna go,
But
and I
I'm gonna
think
tell you this. This is like even what Sune is it stands for. Sune Nation stands for, like, because I too have been them. It's my love. My motto is: it's not about them, not about him, it's not about her. It's about us. You know what I'm saying? Because when it all comes down to it, I realize that no matter how much you can look at one and say, "Oh, we got to get it together. We got to," like, what are you doing? You get
Yeah.
what I'm saying? What are you doing to help the situation? Are you living in fear? Because fear is a definite major issue. Everybody want to play hard, but they not. Everybody's scared as hell. You're scared as fuck
I
out
agree.
here. You know what I'm
I
saying?
agree.
Like, for real. Scared as hell. Don't know what. That's why it's so much. That's why impulse is the first thing. Kill them, shoot them, hurt them, take them. Don't, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's just the energy because everybody's scared. Everybody's in a fear for failure, fear of what might happen, fear of what somebody gonna say, fear of how you gonna look, fear, just constant fear. And once you dominate something with fear, you gonna stay like this. You gonna stay like this. A bug, you can go to try to smash a bug. A bug gonna be still. If it feels your presence, it's gonna be still. It's not gonna do anything. Hoping
Yep.
that you
You're
gonna
right.
think it's dead. You get what I'm saying? Hoping
Yeah.
that you gonna be like, oh yeah, I'm gonna just leave her alone. Whole time you right there in harm's way, get ready to die. You feel what I'm
Yep.
saying? And I feel like right now, like a shaking has to happen. And I'm learning so much. You gotta be really fully equipped. Everybody they focused on the wrong stuff, man. You better get your mind right. And I keep hearing about mental health, mental health, mental health, because the pressure's gonna be on so strong, man. The pressure, because who doesn't want to be able to feed their children? Who doesn't want to be able to have their own home? Who doesn't want to be able to, you know what I'm saying? Like, but
Yeah.
we ain't paying attention. We get distracted by any little thing, any little, like, I never seen so many people just get up and talk about the next person's life all day long. Celebrities, like, you don't know these people. You know what I'm saying? And you have to understand that when one is in control of a mass of people, like, they're thinking with strategy. Their plan is already set. You're the one who don't know what's going on. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So if you go deeper into their plan, you're done. You're doomed. At some point, you have to say, hold up, I ain't doing this. You know what I'm saying? And not even to be on a religious status with it, but whatever you may believe in, you have to believe in it, it having some type of power. And that same power has to exist in you. At some point, you're going to have to stand for something.
That's a fact.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you're going to have to stand for something. You're not going to be able to just be out here talking about, I'm about to go to work. And you know what I'm saying? None of that ain't finna matter in a little bit here shortly.
But I think people are so comfortable that they don't think that it can be that where you have to make these choices and these decisions. It's just some people honestly they don't see past their nose. They just that's all they know. That's all they care about. They won't even entertain anything outside of that. For me, I tell a lot of people I wish I could think that way. I can't
Mhm.
think that way. I think about a million different things and I be in here like, oh man, you know what I'm saying? Talking to different people about different things. That's just how I always been. My brain don't stop working. So
Yeah.
the people who can just only focus on the little thing that matter to them, I wish I could just be like, oh yeah, that don't matter. But I think everything that happens matters. So I don't look at it like that.
Right.
But I think the same thing you said, like that's gonna take that awakening or that, that something had to turn everything up on his head, and then people will have to realize like, all right, it wasn't what we thought it was. It's real out here, and people gonna
And,
have to make these
instead of
decisions.
looking at it in a bad way, the shift, because it's scary. You know what I'm saying? Especially when you see your army ain't got they thing right. You know what I'm saying? Because we get ready to be us against them. Period. You know, just what I mean. You understand what I'm saying? But
Yeah,
if we are here at the gun line, boss, you get what I'm saying? And about four of us like this, and it's a million of them like this and this and this and this. You feel what I'm saying? Hey, somebody's gonna have to shake these people and get their attention. And I just feel like I'm a part of some of them people. Because I don't feel like I'm the only one, but I am a chosen one. You know what I'm saying? So that's
yeah.
why I said what I said. If you see me going in another lane, like, I don't want to hear it. Just go over there. Like, if you see me going this way, if you want to follow me, follow me. You know what I'm saying? If when my music come out and you don't like it, don't listen. Don't listen. Don't allow your kids to listen. Don't you listen. Don't nobody listen. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Because it ain't for you, and I'm okay with that. But I know that my voice, there is a certain sound that comes behind it when I have passion and when I mean what I'm saying and what I'm singing. You get what I'm saying? So those who are supposed to hear it, they're gonna hear it and it's gonna be up. And that's just that. You know what I'm saying? But
Yeah.
the definite shaking has to happen for sure.
No, I understand that. So couple more. So if music wise, life, relationship wise, if you had a chance to talk to the younger you, what would you tell yourself? At whatever age you would want to pick out and say, let me stop Shanae right now and tell her this stuff so it'll help her later on in life. What would you tell yourself? And I ask this question because it may be somebody either your age, younger than you, or whatever that may not have somebody to tell them something that can help shape them later on in life or get to a point where they can have that understanding that you have at an earlier age. So what would you tell yourself?
Slow down. Slow down. Like, just slow down. It ain't no rush. Like your life will only be racy if you start running beforehand. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like you was born, it was a whole process. Your conception was a whole long process. Your mom carried you for 9 months. You understand what I'm saying? Your hands didn't come until months later. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
it's a process. It's no way you can land on this earth and be walking around here and think that you're just gonna be who you're supposed to be off the gates. That's not happening.
Facts.
That's not life. It's not that. And I feel like honestly, as a child, I developed fast. You know what I'm saying? Like my family, everybody, like, and so instantly when I seen certain parts of my body grow and when I started to feel certain things and you know what I'm saying? Like just getting older, I felt like because I was so mature also that I had it and then I had talent and gifting. It was a lot for me. You know what I'm saying? It was a lot for me. And then the mother that I have, she's naturally strong. She's naturally that. My father is naturally strong. You know what I'm saying? And so I'm growing up in that, but I'm rushing.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? This a ball of fire. You get what I'm saying? And somebody like, you know what I'm saying, ready to throw it out there. Somebody's
Yeah.
gonna get burnt. Somebody's gonna get burnt. Somebody's gonna get hurt. You know what I'm saying? Because you too much at one time and you haven't even slowed down and fully developed one thing. You got stuff on top of stuff, you know what I'm saying? On top of the thing that you need to sit down and just simply talk about. You know what I'm saying? I would tell myself, you're beautiful. I would tell myself that and genuinely mean it. For a long time, I did not feel attractive. I did not feel comfortable without certain things. You know what I'm saying? Until the very first time that I shaved my hair off and I got a reaction. And I stood one day when I lived in Courtyard in the mirror with bald head, no eyelashes, no hair, no nothing. And I looked at myself so long, Quay, until I was just like, okay, I like this about myself. I do like my cheekbones. I do like, you know what I'm saying? I
Yeah.
love that about myself. Like really encouraging myself, giving myself something that I've never had. I never believed it genuinely within myself. You get what I'm saying? Because I looked at the images of other people or what
Yeah.
other people thought or deemed to be beautiful. Flaw to me is a beautiful thing. When I can look at something about you and the next eye be like, ugh, and that's something that okay, I like that. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
that's that because it makes you significant. And so now I look at whatever flaw I got. You know what I'm saying? Like if I don't like it, I'm gonna fix it. It's just that. But I love who I am. And it took me a long time to genuinely love myself. I had to be broken. I had to be broken. A lot of times you don't realize how valuable something is until it's broken. You know what I'm saying?
That's true.
When you break it, you're trying to find all kind of glue and paper and tape and
That's a
nails.
fact.
And, you know what I'm saying? So I just think, baby, take care of yourself before you break.
I think that's some very good advice. I think that I think you hit that on the head. Sometimes you don't know how valuable something is until it's broken. That's a very, very true quote, and it's simple but very, very impactful. So I think that's a good some. I think that's something good to tell the younger self. So for anybody that might hear that and need that type of understanding about what's coming or what how life can play it or have its course on you, those are some good words to live by. Slow down, because it doesn't. You can't rush life. You can't rush what's supposed to happen. But slow down and let things develop naturally, and it could be a blessing in disguise.
Yeah.
So what is next? I know you're not really in the space to drop music right now, but what is next as far as the music, your other hair business things like that. What do you have next that you focused on?
Well, my motto for 2022 and 23 is don't tell them nothing, just show them. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of me talking about what I'm gonna do creates anxiety for me real bad. You know what I'm saying?
Gotcha.
Because now I'm thinking like, Lord, I gotta do this because I told them I'm gonna have this out by this time. Da da da. Now I can't flow. I can't think. I can't again. No,
Yeah.
not doing that. Just know I'm finna bust a move. That's just that. Like and when in my busting it, I'm glad I'm up here live to say it because I have a lot of talents. I have a lot of gifts. I don't do all of them, but honey, I need a lot of income and I'm getting ready to use everything. So I ain't trying to be in nobody's lane. I ain't trying to step on nobody's toes. I ain't competing with nobody. But baby, if you sell it and I just so happen to be selling, we can either promote it together. But I'm gonna keep right on selling and doing and saying and singing. If I start, I do want a podcast. I absolutely do, and I'm gonna have it. But I'm gonna be real on mine. Like period, point blank. This is the energy. This energy right here. Like this is what it's
Yeah.
gonna be. Raw, uncut. I definitely want to do an EP. I can't really say I I don't know, y'all. I don't know. I'm trying to get into the little TikTok stuff and but I'm really getting a little old and honestly I don't have when you try to get me to put on this video thing, I was in here like, Lord, how do I do this? You know what I'm saying? So, so
Yeah.
yeah, like I'm going. My kids are kind of helping me learn the TikTok stuff. So I'm trying to get into that because I do feel like I have a voice. But when I come, like, just know I'm never coming in judgment. Anything I talk about is something I've experienced. I ain't coming at you, judging you, talking about nobody, nothing. Because when I can be raw and uncut and really tell y'all some stuff, I'm down. And I just feel like, whatever. If you in my story, when I get to talking it is what it is. You feel what I'm saying? But
Facts.
everything got to be real. Everything has to be raw because it give me a chance. It give you room to do with it what you will. If you might don't like what I got to say raw, so you can cook it up a little bit and however you need for
Yeah.
you to be able to eat it. You feel me? But eat that. Whatever I say, whatever I do, because I feel like I've been quiet for a long time. I don't be out here trying to be on every set singing and doing like I be chilling. I don't
Yeah.
want to me get your hair done. It's cool. If you don't, I show a lot of love. I ain't one of them. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is. All I'm saying is if you ain't gonna clap for me when I come out, just sit down. You know what I'm saying? You don't gotta show no emotion at all, bareface. But don't come out don't just let me do my thing because like I said, my intentions are pure. I love music. I love people genuinely. I really do. I care about people. And
Yeah.
sometimes I'm even put in a space to extend myself where spirit will tell me, say this to a person or do this to a person and the next person because you don't put me in a box to be this certain thing. You get what I'm saying? You don't know how to take it
Yeah.
from me, but I've always said and let it be known that God is head of my life. I believe that. And head is me. Head is me. God is me. I am God. You know what I'm saying? And I believe that. Like people try to separate themselves so much and don't want to take any type of good thing. You know what I'm saying? A
Yeah.
good thing. What's wrong with calling yourself a God? What's wrong with feeling like you're power? Because that's all power means. That's all God means is power. Power, knowing and trusting and standing firm in that. And if you know me, that's me. Period.
Gotcha.
Like that's me. So, like I said, I'm just coming out um with something new. I do feel like we need something new. So I'm coming in a different way than usual. You know what I'm saying? but I'm coming, and I think y'all gonna like it.
All right, that's what's up. Well, whenever you do, I'll be ready to hear it. I'm pretty sure I know a lot of people that know you, and everybody know how you get down on the microphone. So I'm pretty sure you're gonna have a lot of people ready to listen and give you some,
And
positive
it's
feedback.
exciting. Knowing that is what is it does give me a boost because I know that it'd be a lot of fake love, but it'd be a lot of people who really genuinely love my voice. Literally tell me, write me, inbox me, and let me know like you touch me when you sing. You know what I'm saying? So that's
Yeah,
my push. Whatever music I put out, whatever, it's for them people. Like I said, if you ain't feeling it, people are
got you. I got you. Where can people? I mean, I'm pretty sure the people that know, but where can people that might want to contact, reach out, collab, whatever? Where can they hit you up at?
You can go to my actual Facebook, Shanae Denise Johnson. I just had to create a new Instagram. I don't know what's going on up there, so we ain't even gonna worry about that. But I am working on getting me a business page so where you can contact me for anything on that page because it's three different lanes. So I feel like I just need to combine them all, Sue Nation, and you can pick up whatever you choose to,
Got
know me for or whatever. But yeah, everything's kind of like under construction. I'm under construction, but I'm coming. You feel me?
that.
Okay.
A work in progress is always a good thing. It's always when work is not progressing is when it's a bad thing. So
Right,
that's what's up.
right.
I would like to thank you again for having this conversation. It was a very good conversation.
Yeah,
You expressed yourself very well. It was very very good points that you made. I think you dropped some very good points about the music, about relationships, about how things are intertwined, how you view how just the outlook on certain things. I think a lot of good things came from this discussion.
sure.
Um, um, this is my first one in a while. I had to get things situated here, but I'm glad that we got to knock this out and do this. What is there? Is there anything that you would like to say last before we, get up out of here?
Um, it's a time to move, and it's a time to be still. And I feel like right now everybody's moving, 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 moving. But I think we all just need to be still for a second and like really observe and evaluate what's going on. Come up with a plan, a real one. You know what I'm saying? Not the next trip, not the next. You know what I'm saying? Like if it
Yeah,
all crumble, what you gonna do? You know what I'm saying? That's what I feel like right now. That's what needs to be happening. That's what I'm working on, building my real foundation because I don't even want to come to a man. I don't want a man to come to me until I'm ready to give him the same thing that I'm asking for. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to be having to ask him for 200, $300 and then he messed up and he can't ask me for 200, 300. You get what I'm saying?
yeah.
Like I just feel like it's supposed to be even. So until you are able to give to one what you want, I think you should be still.
All right, and I think I would agree with that 100%.
Sure.
Um, and sitting still, you can learn a lot. You can learn a lot when you
Yeah.
sit still. You can't really
Yeah,
pick up a
I
lot
didn't
when
know
you're
that.
moving.
I didn't know that. For a long time, I didn't know that. I didn't know that. I felt like being still was stagnant. You're not doing nothing. Oh my God, you need to be da 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 da. But being still, like I said, 9 months, a whole baby developing right there inside
Yep.
a womb. Can't go nowhere, can't do nothing. But something powerful is being made. So I just feel like, be still until it's time to push, till it's time to do something.
Bet, bet. So on that note, again, thank you. I appreciate it.
Thank
Um,
you so much, Quay. And I
no,
really, really pray that this blows. You do what you
no
need to
doubt.
do. When I say blow, I mean show. Show.
Appreciate it.
I'm gonna say that because the blow sometimes the things blow and then they disappear. But
Yeah,
the show must go on. You know what I'm saying? So I feel
no
like you're
doubt.
gonna be all right. And I really enjoy you and thank you so much for allowing me to be here.
Appreciate it. No doubt. Whenever you want to swing back through, just hit me up. We'll set it up. Trust and believe this is only still, even for me, this is still in the beginning stages of everything. I got a vision for it that I want to have. So that'll come in due time. But
Mm-hmm.
whenever you want to hop back on, we can have a conversation. Just let me know. We can set it up.
So
Um,
no.
I'm definitely gonna be waiting for the music. Just again, whenever you drop it, shoot that. Let me know. Um, and I think continue to to view things in the way that you view things to get you to where you want to go. That's something that I think is very important. So appreciate that and keep doing that. And I think you're gonna be able to look back one day and understand. All right, the advice that you just gave to the younger you, to your younger self, it paid off.
Yeah, it's paying. It's still
Paying
paying
off.
off. Like it's still, I'm not out of the process. And I'm gonna say that lastly before we go. Like people want to act like the process be over after a certain stage. Like you ain't arrived. You ain't there yet. You know what I'm saying? Like you still going. So just keep going and tell who you need to tell when you need to tell them. But honestly, like you really should just be quiet, like and just go ahead on through there. Cause I done learned talking too much. You put people in your stuff, they hating, they throwing all kind of salt, they jealous, their spirits throwing shit off, and you know what I'm saying? Like just go
Facts.
through, baby. Just go through.
Facts. And there you have it. I'd like to thank everybody for watching another episode of the Quality Time Podcast. Again, Sinead, thank you. I appreciate you. I wish you all the best. You got a true fan and supporter on my end,
For
and
sure.
and continue to do great things. And with that being said, I will catch y'all on the flip side. I'm out of here.
All right.